Echoes of Baldur's Gate once again hound me, and all the way to my sanctuary this time, though it lies a horizon's distance from their walls. Can it be they fear me that much? They have that much wisdom, at least. Surrender? Huh. I who have bested death. I have nothing to fear from you, or Baldur's Gate. I served Baldur's Gate with all of my first life, only to be repaid with betrayal. They cost me a battle, the lives of my soldiers, and my reputation. Now I am but a sentence or two in a sage's book, a footnote, forever a traitor. Now you dare to invade my fortress, demand my surrender? No, I shall not bend my knee to you or them ever. An eternity may die before I would ever consider showing them mercy. As I died, they shall die, alone, betrayed, and forever cursed. Then you shall die. I command this tower. I command all within it. All your small victories, all the damage you caused, can be undone. Know that as long as I stand, the war against Baldur's Gate shall continue, and I shall be victorious. You may hold the field, dog, but the day is mine. Now, let us end this.
Okay, so I already know this is going to be a really tough battle because I tried out a few strategies, just taste the water, so I knew kind of what to expect when I started this boss fight. She is gonna tear me up so many times, it's not even funny. Yeah, look at that. There is... magic doesn't damage her. I need to somehow do damage when she... Yeah, this is not going to work out well for me, I can already tell you that. Yep, damn it. Right, the only time I can think of to hit her is when she's doing that motion. But I can't seem to get a good hit on her. The Onyx Sword does damage her, but you're gonna have to very carefully chip away at her. And you're basically gonna have to... if you get hit by that swinging sword attack, you're instantly dead. Doesn't matter what you're just instantly dead. Yeah, I think I know exactly what I need to do. If I'm gonna take a hit from her, it needs to be an actual attack. What the hell? That's new. Oh, she got bigger and she's doing different attacks. I was sure I was dead there. No, that's so not fair. Fick. Same idea though, I think. Same general idea. I can't do much against this, just heal when she hits me with it. Just wait until she does the thing. Oh, that does a lot of damage. She's gonna grow even bigger now. This is... okay, I can't block against that. Oh my god, how am I supposed to block against that? That is like... I suppose wherever the lightning hits, a sword is gonna thing, so you're supposed to avoid where the lightning is? Oh, but that's tricky, man. But, third attempt, and we got her down to nearly there, so it's looking good. Okay, got her back to this level of health. Now if I can just... avoid those. I think I can block those things, funnily enough. perfect. Yeah, I can block these things. I did not know I could do that. Come on, can you hit? Thanks. I think I might be able to do it this time, guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Fifth. This is my 5th attempt, I think. 6th? Maybe my 6th. She's going to do the lightning and then I can come in and finish her off. I did it. That was actually not too bad, once I figured out what to do.
And so it has come to pass that I shall die twice. And this second time shall be the last. The tower will not hold. You must leave this place. I ask your forgiveness. Let anger cloud my vision. I harmed those who had sworn to serve me. In all these things, great harm has been done. Let Baldur's Gate have its peace. I shall not rise again to challenge it, though it will doubtless need others such as you to defend it from others that wish it harm. Now, leave me to die. This tower shall be my tomb.
Can I at least get your cool sword? So that was actually an okay boss fight once you figured out the patterns and stuff. And being able to block those big massive meteor swords at the end, that was really helpful as well. Yeah, we should leave.
In the flash of the portal's light, Eldrith's tower was no more. Lightning rained upon the tower, and flames as if from within. And thus, in a storm of fire and lightning, Eldrith died her second death. But it was all part of a much larger design.
It is done. Eldrith is undone. And her threat to us and our plans has been ended. And the Harper that defeated her, killed. Now we may continue without interference, Master.
Where did the portal lead? It led to a far distant land, far from Baldur's Gate, far from the Sunset Mountains, far from the Marsh of Chalimber, and far from safety. But that is a tale for another time.
And that's that! So it looks like we were betrayed by that damn shaman. You can't trust lizard men, can you? So it looks like we were betrayed. The teleport that we went through took us somewhere different. But we had like 60 health potions and like 50 mana potions. I am absolutely sure that our character with the Onyx Sword managed to trump all those guys. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure our character survived. Maybe. But that's that Let's Play done. That's that game finished. Well, what to say? Oh, this soundtrack though. That soundtrack is amazing. Okay, so snap review of the game as I do it at the end of every Let's Play. This is my first time playing it, and I've got to say I was hooked. I was drawn in. This was a great RPG, and I can see why I have missed out on it for so long. The combat system, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't. It was a bit clunky. Combat. not too. It was workable around, but considering the time frame that this came out, it was actually probably revolutionary at its time, considering the use of the magic and the weapons, the blocking. So what am I even talking about? Well, bear with me. It's 4 AM for me. I've been playing this game for like at least more than 12 hours to try and get it finished tonight, because I was determined to get it done so I can move on. But this game was probably revolutionary for its time. You know, one of the things that I've got to mention again that I loved is the fact that for each individual conversation, each character seemed to have their own animations animated for them for that conversation, which I thought was amazing. For example, back at the Elfsong Tavern, when the barmaid, I can't remember, it's been so long that I can't remember her name, but the one that's played by voiced by Jennifer Hale, when she pays you the money, she takes it out of her cleavage and gives you it, and you actually see the going in and getting it out. So that's quite awesome. Another thing I quite liked was the idea of the hubs. So I really liked the setup of the first act, where you had the Elfsong Tavern, and then as you progressed through all the other areas that you had to progress and fight bosses, it opened up these new, what's the word? Shortcuts to get to them through the city. But that wasn't followed through with Act 2 or Act 3. Act 2 didn't have anything like that. In Act 2 you had to literally walk all the way back. There was no shortcuts to get you there, which I found it to be pretty weird, that it didn't make that a recurring theme, and it was only present in Act 1. Another thing that I found pretty weird was the fact that when we got to Act 3 and we met the lizard man that betrayed us, he gave us the ability to rest and recuperate our health and mana, but yet that was the first time in the entire game that we were getting that option to rest. Elfsong Tavern didn't offer it. The mines didn't offer it. None of that actually offered it. So it was very, very weird that they didn't, and then we suddenly saw that in Act 3. Characters, let's talk about characters for a moment. Each of the characters in this game was pretty interesting, apart from the main protagonist, who seems pretty one-dimensional, doesn't speak. It always does my nut in when they, in fact, it does, I'm gonna say this, it does my nut in when developers, hire voice actors to voice, like, battle dialogue, and, little miniature dialogue. Let's call it miniature dialogue. It does my nut in when they do miniature dialogues, but they don't offer voice dialogue for cutscenes and stuff like that. That does my nut in. If you're gonna do miniature dialogue, then do full dialogue. That's just the way it is, in my opinion. Graphics wise, I'm gonna rate this game graphic wise as it was when it came out, and I'm gonna say it was amazing. It's amazing. It was amazing at the time it went out. So, compared to the time when this came out, this game was pretty great graphically wise. One thing to notice is one of the commenters who commented on my videos saying about the ripple effects in the water. The water was the first game to amaze him. That's actually something that I noticed as well, is that the ripple effects for the water was quite a bit ahead of its time. Story was kind of meh. The story was, it wasn't too great. I didn't like the fact that we found out about the end boss literally 2 seconds before we fought the end boss. If you read the manual, the game manual does contain some hints as that you'll be fighting Eldrith. But that was like the first time we even heard of Eldrith, and it was like 2 seconds before we fought her. It was a bit silly. The game's story kind of felt a little bit mismatched. I was disappointed in the lack of choice. I was disappointed in the lack of side quests. There was literally no side quests in Act 2 or Act 3. Absolutely none. There was plenty of side quests. There wasn't even plenty. There was a few side quests in Act 1. There was the spices, the wine bottle, the medallion, and telling that woman what happened to that guy. That was it. And then Act 2 had no side quests, just main quests. Act 3 had just main quests as well. It's like, what are you doing? It really does feel like what the developers wanted was to have Act 1 as, they wanted to have the shortcuts in Act 2 and 3. They wanted to have more side quests in Act 2 and 3, but they just didn't quite have the time or effort or resources to do it. So Act 2 and Act 3 felt a little bit rushed in comparison to Act 1. They felt like they were more rushed, but they were more, like, also kind of lengthened by the fact that the developers made those Act 2 and Act 3 a little bit more difficult and a little bit more spacious and stuff like that. Boss fights quite interesting, quite entertaining, I will always remember my boss fight with Lord Xantom. That is what a gaming memory that will always stick with me, and I'll always be proud of beating that boss with like 2 health potions and no mana potions. I'll be always proud of that. So memorable boss fights. I'll always remember defeating that frost giant with chain lightning instantly, like in my first go. I'll always remember that. So the last boss fight probably wasn't that memorable. Bugbear Chiefman, the very first boss fight, not memorable at all. The rest of them, ugh. Lord Xantom was probably the most memorable personally for me. Maybe because of the amount of difficulty I had, but that's the one that will always stick by me. Overall, I would recommend this game. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably snap review this game as, I'm gonna go with in terms of replayability, would I want to play this game again? Would I want to play it again? Not particularly. I would not want to play through the campaign again, even as a different class, because it just doesn't appeal to me. Because even though I was playing, that's another thing I need to talk about actually. Even though I was playing as a sorceress, the mage seemed extremely underpowered, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, I wasn't playing as a mage, I was playing as a warrior, let's face it. And that's because I was forced to play as a warrior, because the mage's abilities in the beginning of the game were absolutely terrible. And you didn't really get any good spells until Melf's Magic Arrow was kind of okay. It was kind of acceptable, but it wasn't even good. The real first power that I got that I was like, okay, this is my spell, was Chain Lightning. That was an amazing spell, and I didn't get it till Act 3. So the mage felt a little bit like, the problem with that is that you don't level up fast enough in this game. Maybe that's my fault for not putting enough points into wisdom, but in my opinion that's a bit of a downside to the game, is that you don't level up fast enough. If you're first time playing and you don't know you need to put points into wisdom, then you're going to suffer. I don't know if the other classes are like that, I don't know if the warrior is like that, if the rogue is like that. I'm not going to play through the game again to find out, I'm really not. So that brings it down a point or so, because I don't want to play this game again. I've enjoyed my time with it, I've loved my time with it, but I don't want to go and play it again. So I've decided I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10. Personally for me it's a 7 out of 10. It's a great RPG. Combat's a little clunky, the story's a little forgettable at times. But the boss fights are great. The characters are pretty interesting. And for when this came out, this was a pretty good RPG. The story was okay, I guess. It was okay, but it could have used a bit more fleshing out. More so towards Act 3. Act 3 could have used a bit more fleshing out, to be honest. Act 3 and Act 2 felt a little bit rushed. So Act 1 was perfect. Act 1 was probably my favourite act of the game, and that says something. That's a bad thing about the game, is that my favourite act was the first act, where I was learning the game, and that was my favourite act. That's not a good sign. So 7 out of 10 for me. I do recommend the game if you've never played it. Go out and buy it and check it out. Now, I have unlocked a new mode called the Gauntlet. I will not be doing a recording of the Gauntlet unless you guys request it. I'll quickly show it off right now, but unless you guys request it, it's the loading screen that you guys have not seen, you only seen once at the very beginning of this Let's Play. So I'm not going to really do this unless you guys really want me to, but probably not. You must destroy all the monsters in the dungeon escape with your life. You cannot save the game while on the Gauntlet. If you make it out alive, you'll have access to extreme mode. And I have no idea who I'm playing as. I'm playing as this dude. Icing Death and Twinkle. Okay, and I'm wearing Mithril Chainmail, and I've got healing potions. I'm a level 16 Drow Ranger. That's actually, I didn't know I could play as a Drow Ranger, but that's quite cool. Yeah. And we get some stuff just to start. So I basically need to I need to kill all of the things. Okay, they're giving me tons of stuff. This doesn't seem too bad. I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. I mean, let's try this out just a little bit and see what is... Wait, hang on a minute. What do I have? What do I have? I don't have any... Oh, I have deflect missiles. This feat gives you automatic blood blocking missile, repulsion, circular wall of force, when it's cast. Alright, I have that. So I have... Oh, that used a lot of my, Ooh, that's not great. So basically the gauntlet is kill everything and then make it alive, and you unlock extreme mode, and you probably get to play as this character. I'm not really interested in doing the gauntlet. I guess it's a fun little thing if you really want to do it. Oh, and you're timed as well, so there's that as well. But I'm just going to play it till I die. I'm not really gonna... Yeah, I'm not really bothered about it. I'm just wanting to show you guys what it is. And the only way I will do a gauntlet playthrough is if, and try and finish it, is if you guys actually request it in the comments of this video. This guy looks like he's a unlockable playable character, to be honest. He looks like he's unlockable. Probably by either finishing the gauntlet, most likely by finishing the gauntlet, but maybe if finishing extreme mode. Oh, it's these guys. So let me guess. I have to fight one of like a room full of like every enemy that I've fought in the game, essentially. That seems like something the gauntlet would be. I mean, I'm doing not too bad, but I'm not really trying. I'm not really focused on it. I'm just, I don't know, this game is fun. I'm looking forward to playing the sequel. I am looking forward to playing the sequel. Imagine if I did this without even trying. That would be a negative for me. Because I'm not even trying, I'm just showing this mode off. I wish I could have played as the ranger, man. I didn't know I could dual wield swords. If I knew I could dual wield swords, then I totally would have dual wielded some swords in my actual playthrough. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. It's a great game. I'm not even wearing armor. Wear some padded boots, man. I'm not even wearing armor. So yeah, this is a great game. I love the top-down aspect. Oh, it's that guy. I might want to freeze you, actually. Oh yeah, you almost killed me. I have no energy left. You've left me an opening. Right, okay, this guy's a pretty good... Whoa. Your guard is down. Ah, that's down. Okay, so we have like 30 minutes. I am just gonna play this until I die, pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Oh, there's another one. Oh. Oh, I better run. Yeah, these things. Oh, yeah, better run, better run, better run. Better run away. Ba-na-na-na. So yeah, go play this game. Go buy this game if you've not got it. Don't make my mistake. Don't make my mistake. Play it. Trust me. You won't regret it. I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. That's cool with me. That's cool with me. Nope, main menu. Because I'm done. Right, so... Oh, jeez, I'm dropping my controller. Right, so that's that for this Let's Play. This Let's Play is done. I will do Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. I do have that game. I will be doing that. I won't be doing it next. That will not be my next Let's Play. But it will be there somewhere down the line. So, thank you guys very much for watching this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching this Let's Play. Even if you've only watched one episode or all 39 episodes. I've really enjoyed this Let's Play, and I hope you've enjoyed this journey with me as well. If you haven't already, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel for further content and a new Let's Play that will come out from me very soon. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. If you want to get in touch with me, leave a comment in the comment section below. Go to any of the social media in the description box below. I always welcome comments and feedback, and talking to you guys, I always love it, so feel free. As always, it's been a pleasure to have you for this Let's Play. It's a pleasure to have you for this video, and I hope you are well, and I hope you take care, and I hope to see you in the next Let's Play. Take care.